Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. We just returned from a 2 weeks of self-driving trip in Hokkaido, Japan. This is the first in a series of videos documenting the trip and our recommendations. Hokkaido is a beautiful place and we had a lot of wonderful experiences we'd love to share. If you're thinking of visiting Hokkaido or just would like to see what we got up to, we hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you don't miss the rest of the videos when they're ready. Let's get to it! We picked up our rental car as soon as we landed at New Chitose Airport, about an hour from Sapporo. We rented ours from Times Car, and the process was so smooth and easy. We'd highly recommend it. The rental company would send a shuttle bus to pick you up from the airport and take you to their parking lot, where you'd pick up the car, settle all admin and payment, and that's it. Off you go. This being late, we went straight to dinner after checking into our hotel. Our first meal in Hokkaido was hamburger steak at Bikkuri Donki. It was pretty good, or we were hungry. After a good night's sleep, we were ready to explore the city of Sapporo. It was a cool, bright, and sunny day, and it felt wonderful to be walking about. Our first stop was Nijo Market, a fresh food market known for local produce and seafood. You should have your breakfast here if you enjoy your fresh seafood bowl or kaisendon. But we were not so much into raw seafood, so after soaking in the lively atmosphere, we crossed the street to Tanukikoji in search for our breakfast of choice, coffee. The coffee here was pretty good in our opinion, and the cafe was pretty and cozy. As for the service, well, this is Japan. The staff even greet you on your way out. Nicely caffeinated, we continued along Tanukikoji, a 1-kilometer long shopping arcade featuring many interesting old and new shops, restaurants, karaoke chains, drug and cosmetic stores, and a mega Don Quixote. Whatever you need, you'll find them here. It's fully sheltered too. A landmark you should absolutely not miss when visiting Sapporo is the Sapporo TV Tower, located on the eastern edge of Odori Park. It is a great spot to relax, people watch, and take some photos in front of the tower and Sapporo sign. Maybe enjoy a picnic or grab some soft serve ice cream. Just 1 block away is the Sapporo Clock Tower, a preserved wooden building from an early period of Sapporo development. It is now a museum displaying the building's history. All that sightseeing surely worked up an appetite. We stopped by a bakery at Sapporo Grand Hotel for some breads, notably the curry bread that my brother-in-law had in his previous trip and loved so much. Lunch decision was then made rather quickly, with all of us agreeing to have Ichiran Ramen. Now, Ichiran is not a Hokkaido establishment, but we love the ramen and always have it whenever we find it in our travels. We had it in Hong Kong, Taipei, so when is it coming to Singapore? Most Ichiran Ramen restaurants have individual partition seats, so it's just you and your ramen. Itadakimasu! If you finish your ramen, along with the broth, you'll find at the bottom of the bowl a Japanese phrase that means a joy or a delight to the last drop. Later that afternoon, after a brief rest, we took the Mount Moiwa ropeway up Mount Moiwa for a spectacular view of Sapporo at dusk. The ropeway took you to a height of 531 meters in only 5 minutes. It can get really windy and cold up on the observation deck, so make sure you bundle up. Enjoy the golden sunset hour and the city lights turning on as night descends. We ended the day with dinner at the tonkatsu restaurant above Sapporo Station. Another day in Sapporo, another market. This time we drove to Jyogai Market to buy fresh fruits. They sell a lot of seafood too here if you want another kaisendon. Hokkaido is famous for its yuberry melons, which are very sweet, fragrant, and juicy, so make sure you get some and give them a try. We got our coffee from the vending machine. This one only sells cold drinks, but you can find others which offer hot options too. On this day, we drove to the outskirts of Sapporo to visit the Hill of the Buddha, a shrine at the Makomanai Takino Cemetery designed by Japanese architect Ando Tadao. entering the complex, we were greeted by a row of moai statues and a peek of the top of the Buddha's head. We walked around the hill to find the entrance and path to the Buddha. These would be lavender fields, so they would be beautiful in the right season, but it's not currently blooming. The path took us through a water court and a tunnel. We could see the base of the Buddha first, then gradually upon approach, the rest revealed itself. It was a serene and spiritual experience, and we took our time admiring the scene. This being a shrine in Japan, you would find the ema, small wooden plaques where people can write their prayers or wishes and hang them up. You could also draw a paper slip indicating your fortune, and when the fortune indicated is not so good, you could tie it up and leave it behind so the bad fortune doesn't follow you around. There's a cafe to the side of the water court that sells food, drinks, and souvenirs, including a photo book detailing Ando Tadeo's vision, sketches, and construction work of the place. If you visit the Hill of the Buddha in the summer, the hill surrounding the statue is purple, full of lavender blooms. It must smell amazing too. In the winter, the snow blankets the hill and falls on the Buddha's head and lap. Also a beautiful sight. Before heading to our next stop, we had lunch at a sukiyaki restaurant. In the late afternoon, we arrived at Moirenuma Park, a fusion of nature and art designed by Noguchi Isamu. He died shortly after the plans were completed, but his designs were carried out. The park has a few impressive features and sculptures that give its visitors a unique experience. Take this Hidamari glass pyramid, for example. It is the central facility of the park and provides a space filled with sunlight to rest, relax, and overlook the rest of the park. The nearby Mount Moire is 62 meters tall and can be climbed from 3 directions and 5 different routes. We took the winding staircase, and when we reached the summit, we're awarded with this view. We had more of the park to explore, but it started to rain. First a light drizzle, then a steady pour. It was also getting darker and colder, so we had to cut our visit short. If you plan a visit, make sure to come early and give yourself plenty of time to explore the park. You could rent bicycles too here, as the park area is quite large. To end another great day in Sapporo, we had soup curry for dinner. This is a signature dish of Sapporo and should not be missed. Served with fluffy Japanese rice, the soup curry features a variety of deep-fried colorful vegetables. The best part of the dish in my opinion, due to the varying textures and taste. That wraps up our first few days in Hokkaido, friends. Next up, we drive to Asahikawa, the second largest city on the island. Thank you for watching until the end. We'll see you there, won't we?